story for children, and others can also take what you can from the story. Many years ago, in the Himalayas, there was a yoga teacher. Let's call him Rishi, right? He was a yoga teacher in a village in the Himalayas. And he was practicing yoga diligently. And he also practiced, standing on one leg for long. And essentially, he was also practicing lots of balancing postures. And in the village, there is this little boy, not, I would say a boy, let's say a man, who took care of all the sheep. He is a shepherd. And he watched this yogi, and he approached the yogi and asked him, "What are you doing?" And then Rishi introduced the practice of yoga to him. And the shepherd asked Rishi, "Why do you practice yoga?" And the Rishi said, "Look at those mountains. The mountains are strong and tall. And whether if it is a sunny day, rainy day, whether it is a storm, the hills are always strong and steady and calm and majestic." And Rishi taught the shepherd yoga practice. And then one day, after practicing yoga for several years, he had to take the sheep over the mountain to the other side for the sheep to graze. And the path over the hills is a very narrow path. And so he carefully took all the sheep to the other side. And while coming back on a narrow path, he's carefully trying to herd the sheep over back to the village. All of a sudden, there was a big storm, unexpected storm. Now the shepherd was very confused. He was sad. Why is this happening to me? He's fearful. He's thinking, oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to lose all the cattle and I'm going to die. He's confused. He cannot see far. It's a very narrow, treacherous path. One step, wrong step will get him killed. So he's in this very difficult predicament. And then he remembered what the Rishi said. In a moment of clarity, he remembered what Rishi said, that practicing yoga makes one stand majestically tall, irrespective of weather. And so when he remembered that, he was able to calm down, get clarity. Though he couldn't see very far along the path, he could see one step ahead, and he could lead his flock one step at a time. And finally, as he descended the hill, the weather cleared, and he was received as a big hero in the village. And then he looked at the teacher, Rishi, and the Rishi smiled at him knowingly what had happened. That's a story for the children, not just for the children. Yoga practice can bring us strength amongst chaos, especially among the chaos of life. The situations always are changing. Many of the situations that we don't like, the weather is not as per our convenience. The weather changes. Sometimes unexpected weather happens. But like the shepherd in that story, we have an opportunity to practice yoga and have a body and mind that is resilient, strong, and balanced, and equipoised, irrespective of the stormy weather or sunny weather, whatever the situations bring. I don't know if the children were following the story. With that story, we will have a small, easy session for us to practice to celebrate the Yoga Day. Sitting in any comfortable posture. Eyes softly closed, spine comfortably erect. Shoulders relaxed, palms facing up. 3 deep breaths. And let me invite Rajiva to open the celebratory session with a prayer. Go ahead, Rajiva.
Yeah, thank you. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarottamam Prabaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaga Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sagaviryam Karavavagai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mahavidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajiv. Palms to your heart center, Namaskara Mudra. Let us dedicate this session to all the teachers before us that transmitted this practice to us. Chin to the chest, opening your eyes. Inhaling, take the arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And one last round. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Release. Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart. Come up to standing. Feet hip width apart. Arms up. Interlacing fingers. Palms facing up. Inhaling, reach up to the ceiling. Come up onto the toes. Inhaling up. Exhaling, heels down. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, reach for the ceiling. Exhaling, heels down. You come up onto the toes and you climb up. Inhale. Exhaling, heels down. Total 5 rounds. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, move your hips forward, but take your arms back, look up, back bend. Exhaling, come to center. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, move your hips forward, take your arms back, look up. Exhaling, come to center. Total 5 rounds. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhale, center. Exhaling, bend forward halfway. Look at the back of your hands. Exhaling. Inhaling, come up straight. 4 more rounds. Exhaling, you come halfway, bending forward. You can bend the knees, not a problem. Total 5 rounds of bending halfway forward. And when you bend, keep your back straight, look at the back of your hands, and then inhaling, come up. After completing 5 rounds, release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. You're continuing to keep your feet hip width apart. Inhaling center, exhaling, bending toward the right wall. Stretch your left wrist toward the right wall. A bit more, inhaling center. Exhaling, bending toward the left wall. Stretch the right wrist more toward the right wall, inhaling center. 4 more rounds. You'll feel the stretch on the sides of your body. Very nice. Girija's children are doing extremely well. Very nice. After completing, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Palms facing the front. Very nice. Inhale center, exhaling, twisting to the right. As much as you can, turn your head, look through the corner of your eyes, inhaling center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. As much as you can, look through the corner of your eyes, inhaling center. It's so easy for her. Nice. Total 5 rounds of spinal twists. We are taking the spine through the range of motion and waking up the big muscles in the body before we proceed. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath, exhale. Feet hip width apart. Slightly turn the toes slightly away from each other. Slightly away from each other, arms up. Interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Next inhalation, bend your knees deeply and sit back in an imaginary chair behind you, utkatasana, and exhaling center. Come up to standing. Inhaling, bend your knees as much as you can. Exhaling, straighten up. 3 more rounds. Last few rounds, see if you can bend your knees even further than the first round. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let us practice Surya Namaskara. We will do this together. Take a deep breath. Front of the mat, thadasana. Thadasana is like standing tall like a mountain. Remember the story that we had earlier? Standing tall and balanced like a mountain, majestic like a mountain. Strong like a mountain. Bring your palms to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. If you have not practiced Surya Namaskara before, you can watch any of the people on the video who have practiced before. If you have any doubts, inhaling, take your arms straight up, move your hips forward, take your arms back, back bend. Next exhalation, bend forward, taking your fingers toward the mat, head down, completely relaxed. You can bend the knees, not a problem. Completely relaxed. And then bend your knees enough to bring your fingertips by the sides of your feet. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back, look up. Your left knee is on top of the left foot, right foot back, or back, look up. Left foot back, plank. In plank, bring the shoulders right over the wrists, abdomen engaged, your head, neck, back, spine, and legs are aligned at an incline, like a ramp plank. Now, next exhalation, bring the knees gently down to the mat. Bend your elbows and take your chest and chin down to the mat. Ashtanga Namaskara. Next, scooping forward, cobra posture, bhujangasana, toes pointing back, big toes touching each other. Look to the front, lift your head and chest up. And next exhalation, press your palms, tuck your toes in, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, palms and fingers are pressing to the mat. You're on the toes. Your knees can be slightly bent. And allow the chest to go toward the knees. Your head is going down toward the mat. Now, knees down. Walk your right foot forward between the palms. And lift the left knee off the mat. Look up. Next exhalation, left foot forward, full forward bend. Next inhalation, backward bend. Take your arms all the way up and to the back, move your hips forward. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. 3 deep breaths. Now we did this for one half with the right foot going back and forward. Now let's repeat this on the left side. Remember, Hatha Yoga practice is all about balance. You bring right and left up and down, all in balance, mind and body in balance. Next inhalation, back bend, arms up toward the back, move your hips forward. Next exhalation, bend fully forward. Your knees can be bent, but make sure that your shoulders are completely relaxed, head is completely relaxed. Your abdomen is on your thighs. Next inhalation, left foot back, long step back, look up. Right foot back, plank. Exhaling, knees down, bend your elbows, chest and chin down. Next inhalation, cobra posture. Lift your head and chest up, toes pointing back. Next exhalation, tuck your toes in, downward facing dog. And then drop your knees down. Next inhalation, left foot forward between the palms. And then lift the right knee off the mat, look up. Horse posture. Next exhalation, right foot forward, full forward bend, head down. Next inhalation, back bend. Take your arms up and to the back, look up. Next exhalation, Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms, relax. Yoga practice, there is no perfection in the posture. Understanding the spirit of the postures, you courageously look for your edge. And you might find the edge in 1 millimeter distance, 10 millimeters or 100 millimeters. Wherever the edge is, courageously look for the edge. And wisely, don't become aggressive after you reach the edge. You become familiar with the edge and then come out. And as you keep doing this, we transform. With this courage and wisdom, we transform. Not because we expect to transform, but we do transform just by courageously approaching the edge with each posture and not being aggressive, not forcing things beyond the edge and causing injuries. Take a deep breath, exhale. Let's practice 2 more rounds of Surya Namaskara, front of the mat, thadasana. Standing tall like a mountain, Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back. Left foot back, plank. Exhaling, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adhomukasvasana. Inhaling, right foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. Exhaling, left foot forward, uttanasana. Inhaling, back bend, hasta uttanasana. Exhaling, samastiti, namaskarantra. Take a deep breath. Next inhalation, hasta uttanasana. Move your hips forward, take your arms up and back. Next exhalation, bend from the hips forward, uttanasana. Next inhalation, left foot back, long step back, look up. Right foot back, plank. Next exhalation, knees down, chest down, chin down. Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adhomukasvasana. Downward facing dog. Next inhalation, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling, Namaskar. Release your arms, stand relaxed. We've done 2 rounds. We'll practice 1 more round. And the main practice is attention. Attention to what? Attention to our own experience of the practice, which is uniquely ours. So when you are in a back bend, the body calls attention and you're courageously looking for the edge. And as you do that, you pay attention to what the body is telling you, what the breath is telling you, and what is your emotion. You might feel happy about it, frustrated about it. Whatever the emotional state is, you observe. And that is what I mean by attending. Attending to your experience through the practice. Let's repeat the 3rd round of Surya Namaskara, front of the mat. Thadasana, Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back. Look up. Left foot back. Knees down, chest down, chin down, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adhomukasvasana. Inhaling, right foot forward, Ashvasanchalana. Exhaling, left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath, exhale. Continuing. Next inhalation, back bend. Next exhalation, forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back, right foot back. Exhaling, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhaling, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adhomukasvasana. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling, Namaskara. Release your arms, stand relaxed. Anybody have questions about Surya Namaskara practice? Please unmute your phone or laptop and ask a question. If you have a question that might also benefit others, there is no question like this, a simple question. Any question is okay.
Jason, when we move from uttanasana to asana, sometimes I drag my foot back. Is it correct, or should we pull it up and then move it back?
Oh, it's better to take the foot off, putting more weight on your other foot, so you can take the other foot off and then take it back, then drag it.
Sure.
This requires you to engage your abdomen to lift the foot off. You need to bend the knee, lift the foot off, and then take it back. So instead of dragging, very good question. So instead of dragging, lift it and take it back. It might seem, if you're practicing or if you're used to dragging, this might seem unnatural at first, but you will get used to it. You will get stronger. You will grow, and this will be okay.
Sure. Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much.
Sure. Any other question? Very good question. Anybody else? If not, just few variations of Adhomukha. Front of the mat, thadasana. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back, left foot back. Adhomukasvasana, downward facing dog. Walk a bit forward if you feel unbalanced, but not too forward. You can probably take half a step forward if that is what is comfortable for you to feel that you are rooted with your palms and toes. And your head is completely relaxed. You can slightly bend the knees to allow the head down toward the mat. Now bring your feet close together. Lift the right leg up toward the ceiling as best as you can. Toes pointing up toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend the right knee and bring the right knee toward the nose. Right toes off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round. Knees down. Vajrasana. Vajrasana is to keep the knees together, toes together, toes pointing back. Separate the heel and sit between the heels. You can take the support of your palms on the mat if it is too difficult for you. If this is not yet available for you, you can sit in Sukhasana, cross-leg posture. Take a deep breath, exhale, before we approach the other side. Come to cat posture, plank posture, Adhomukasvasana, downward facing dog. You can slightly bend the knees to allow the head to go down toward the mat. Palms and fingers are rooting to the mat. Feet close together. Lift the left leg up toward the ceiling. Left toes pointing up toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee and bring the knee forward toward the nose. Left toes off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Knees down. Vajrasana or Sukhasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now let us practice Veerabhadrasana, second variation. Before that, let us practice cat posture. Come to cat posture, hands and knees. Shoulders right over the wrists, hips right over the knees hip width apart, palms shoulder width apart, toes pointing back, feet are hip width apart. Look up, inhale, allow the spine to hang down. Next exhalation, look down, chin to the chest, spine up toward the ceiling, fully engage your abdomen. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, look up, relax your abdomen. 5. After completing 5 rounds, take a deep breath, exhale. Come to plank posture. Downward facing dog. Feet close together, knees can be bent. Palms and fingers rooting to the mat. Allow the head to relax down toward the mat. Seat bones up. Next inhalation, right foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana, horse posture. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up, face the left wall. Now look down at your feet. Make sure that your feet are in line. The line from the right big toe and heel is going through the back arch. You can use the mat edge as a reference to align your feet. Once you're aligned, make sure that your both and shoulders and soft gaze are all pointing forward. Now start bending your right knee and bring the right knee on top of the right foot. You might have to slide the back foot further back to bring the right thigh parallel to the ground, to the best. Girija, you need to face your left wall rather than, yes, directly face it. Yes, very good. And bring your right thigh parallel to the ground if you can by sliding the back foot further away. And then arms up parallel to the ground. Relax the shoulders. Bring the spine vertical. Gaze at your right fingertips. Gazing at your right fingertips. Warrior posture, second variation. 5. Slightly bend the right knee just a bit more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist, straighten up the knee. Take a deep breath. Rotate your right foot inward and rotate your left foot outward. Now slowly start bending your left knee and bring the left knee on top of the left ankle. Keep the spine straight. The spine tends to lean toward the left knee or the bent knee. Make sure that your shoulders, hips are aligned and bend the left knee. Arms up, parallel to the ground, palms facing down. Relax the shoulders. And gently turn your head and gaze at your left fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Straighten up the knee. Bring your feet comfortably closer and stand relaxed. Take a deep breath, exhale. Lie down on your back. Feet close together. Relax your feet. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Bend your knees and hug your knees tightly. As much as you can, bring the knees closer to the chest. Reach forward and wrap your knees with your arms as much as you can and bring the knees close to the chest. Adhomukasvasana, wind relieving posture. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock back and forth, massaging your entire spine. Rock back and forth. See if you can get your feet to touch the mat as you go forward and bring the knees toward your face as you go back. And settle down and roll side to side, all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Your head can be back on the mat. Settle back down. Keep the knees close to the chest. Spread your arms shoulder height on the mat, on the ground. Palms facing down preferably. Now, keeping the shoulders always on the mat. Next exhalation, take both the knees toward your right elbow and look over your left shoulder. You can place your right palm on the left knee, gently encouraging the left knee to stay down, while you keep your left shoulder on the mat as best as you can. Look over your left shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the chest. Next exhalation, take your knees toward your left elbow. Look over your right shoulder. Left palm encouraging the right knee to stay down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back to the center. Release the legs and proceed to Savasana. Make any final movements you feel necessary so you can rest and relax in Savasana without needing to move at all for the next few minutes. Separate your legs comfortably wide. They can even go off the mat. Arms just a bit away from the body, allowing the armpits to breathe. Shoulders away from your ears. Turn your head side to side to find a nice spot for the back of your head. If you have a headband or a ribbon or anything that interferes, remove anything that comes and interferes with your relaxation in Shavasana. Eyes softly closed. Relax your jaws. Relax your face. Bringing half a smile to your face brightens up your face. Life is good with this breath. Shoulders relaxed. Hips relaxed. Knees, ankles, feet. Allow your jaws and tongue to relax. Now rest your awareness on your abdomen and simply observe as each breath comes and goes. Relax. Relax. If the mind wanders away, begin again with this breath. Staying with each breath. Abdomen rising and falling. Relax. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently move your fingers and toes. Bring your legs together. Take your arms overhead, interlacing fingers, stretching from fingers to toes. And release your hands, bend your knees, roll onto your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Rest. When you're ready to sit up in any of your favorite meditative posture, eyes closed. Relax the shoulders, palms facing up, back of your hands on your thighs. Spine comfortably, eyes softly closed. Relaxed face. Just simply follow my instructions for the next few minutes. Bring your attention to the part of the body between your seat bones. And observe the effects of normal breathing between the seat bones. You might notice a slight downward pressure as you inhale and a relaxation as you exhale. Gently bring your attention to your abdomen. When you shift your attention, you might notice other things energetically changing. Whatever it is, observe without hanging on to it. Allow the experience to feel as it is. Gently shifting your attention to your chest area. Whatever the shift in the energetic flows in the body, when you shift your awareness, or if you don't notice any change, that's okay too. Gently shifting your awareness to your throat. Gently shifting your attention to your face. Take your hands back, catch your left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward from the hips, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Release your hands, rub your hands vigorously, generating heat. Massage your closed eyes and gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining to celebrate International Yoga Day. And very good, big thank you to Rajiva for a beautiful prayer to begin. Thank you, Rajiv. Have a good evening and a good day ahead. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Great
you.
weekend
Jai Sir.
ahead.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay. Happy Yoga Day
Bye-bye.
wishes.